Alright, 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM listeners, you already know what time it is. We got the one, the only, we got Big D, CEO of BGF Entertainment, right here on the line. How are you doing this evening?
What's good, family? What's good? How y'all doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good. I hope everything is all well on your end with this COVID-19 situation going on.
Oh, yeah, man, we just trying to keep safe, man, and stay healthy, man.
That's the best way to do it, man. But if you don't mind me asking there, D, what made you decide to get into the music industry initially?
Oh, man, I think it was my cousin Cool Keith from my group Ultramagnetic that basically gave me the introduction into hip-hop.
That's pretty
Like,
cool.
he brought me in the group in, like, 1988, in the 87, 1988.
And that was actually a good time for hip hop, man. I was like right before the whole gangster rap actually started coming into the scene.
Yes, yes, yes. That's when the real hip-hop existed, when you had the legends that was ruling the game, good music was being put out. It was hip hop. Hip hop was fun back then, man.
Oh man, most definitely. It's crazy how hip hop has changed over the years. You know what I mean? Today, I don't even know what the music is. I can't even consider it hip hop to be honest with you. But there is still some great MCs out there like yourself.
Oh, true, fact, man. There's a lot of great MCs out there, but the way the mainstream hip hop game is today, you know what I mean? It's kind of it's not hip hop, man. Like, the underground thing is the move now, man. I tell everybody, go underground, stay underground, make your money. You know what I mean? Fuck that mainstream hip hop, man. Like, you gotta do too much. You know what I mean? Give up your manhood, your dignity, your soul, and all of that up to be in the mainstream music now. So I keep it underground. I started my own label. M.O.P, we working. We got a double album out now. This is my life. Cool P produced 3 tracks on the album, as well as rapped on 3 songs on the album. Just Blaze produced 1 song on the album. Static Selector produced a song on the album. And my boy Capital did a few, and Easy Mo-B did the rest, man.
And also, in the year 2000, you, along with DJ Mo Love, actually formed the group Slaughterhouse Cartel, man. I have to ask you, what's the story behind the formation of that group? And of course, what was it like actually being part of Slaughterhouse?
Oh man, it was something that Mo Love came up with, and he brought me involved. And, sat me down. He was like, "Yo, man, let's step away from Ultra and let's form our own group." You know what I mean? And we could rap about what I would like, man. Like, cause Ultra was rapping more, keep rapping about bugged out shit. Keep being lyrical, rapping about a lot of bugged out shit. Said was lyrical, but they was doing their own thing. So then me and Mo, we like the hardcore dudes of the group. So then we just said, listen, let's go do what we like to do, the real hardcore hip hop, and that's what we did. And when he came to me, presented the idea of starting a group called Slaughterhouse Cartel, and he said, listen, I'm gonna do the tracks, and you do the lyrics, and we're gonna put an album out.
And I gotta say, man, DJ Mo Love was a phenomenal DJ as well, man. Like, he could scratch the
Yes.
shit out of any record.
And he was a hell of a producer, man. Dude
Now,
is a great producer.
I have to ask, like, do you guys still actually work together, or like after Slaughterhouse, did you guys just kind of part ways?
Nah, I mean, we never really thought. Hey, you know what happened with Slaughterhouse Cartel? It was like, it was a bad deal, basically. Mo got with Cutmaster Kurt, and the paperwork wasn't right, man. It was some bullshit paperwork, and in the end, Cutmaster Kurt robbed us. He's still selling the EP out there. We still ain't get a dime off that EP since it's been released 20 years ago. But it's hard to catch somebody that's running and ducking from.
That is most definitely true, especially back in those days, man, before the internet really hit and what before a lot of individuals could really do stuff on their own. That's a lot of what record labels really did. They always stole, not I wouldn't say all of them, but majority of them really stole from the artists, man. And I still don't understand why they did that, man. If you would have good business dealings, even years from now, maybe you could have been still in business, like as a label.
Yeah, a lot of guys are just greedy. They in it for their own selfish reasons. Like, so, me and Mo never parted ways. It was just one of those. Listen, as long as Cutmaster Kurt is in the picture, I can't be a part of this because I still haven't been paid. So I talked to Mo recently, and I told him, I said, listen, let's do a new Slaughterhouse Cartel album. I put it out on my label, and we'll do some numbers because me and Mo B, we doing big numbers. The double album is out on vinyl. Is in Best Buy stores, Walmart, FYE, Child Records. Like, me and my wife did all this on our own. Like, she's my manager, and we just grind out, man. We grind it hard, man.
Hey man, and sometimes having your wife by your side rather than some other random guy from a record label is 10 times better, man. A power couple move right there.
Oh yeah, it's facts. You got to keep it in the family, man. Loyalty is everything. I'm big on loyalty.
And also, six
No,
years later as well, in 2006, yourself and Cool Keith actually formed the group The Commissioner. I have to ask you, what's the story actually behind that group? Because Cool Keith is another amazing cat within the music industry.
um, that came about. Me and Keith, that's my cousin, so we kind of. I was always with him, man. When I came home out of prison in '05, man, it was like I got back with him and traveling the world with him, and me and him just sat down. We was in the studio just record because me and Keith would go in the studio and just record 10, 20 songs just to go record. Like, so then when we sat down one day, we had a lot of songs, so we like, let's put an album out. We did the first Commissioner album. It was a success. Then so we said, let's follow up and do another one. We did another one, Commissioner Part 2 album. And then that one was a success. Then he dropped the Commissioner 3.
And I gotta say, man, you guys actually did a phenomenal group with that job. A phenomenal job with that group, man. I'm just gonna tell you that for a fact. Your guys' records were absolutely phenomenal. You guys had amazing chemistry.
Appreciate that, man. And that's what me and Keith we got a good chemistry, man. And when me and him is in the studio, we bring out the best in each other.
And that's the best way to have a group as well. When you guys can actually, have the chemistry where you can bring the best out. That's when there's nothing but gold is touching those records.
Yeah, correct.
And also, a year after that, man, you actually dropped your first solo album, titled "For My Homies." Man, I have to ask you, what's the story behind that amazing solo record? And of course, is it still available for individuals to purchase today?
Yeah, it's out there, but I'm not really pushing that album because, again, that's another label overseas that kind of burnt me. So I'm not promoting that album. No, I'm not even telling people to go buy it because I'm not getting paid off of it.
That is most definitely true. I don't blame you, man. You know what I mean? It's terrible that people have to do that and rip people off, man. Especially when they work so hard on their own project.
And I thought it was bad here being in the U.S., but I see, even dudes overseas is shiesty, man. So it's like, it's just crazy.
And one thing I do got to ask you, since you're an artist, man, have you noticed that the shicey stuff has slowed down within those type of parts of the region, or has it gotten worse since internet has been bigger?
I mean, the shystiness gonna always be in the game. Like, the game consists of shystiness, like, and that's the thing. In that mainstream game, there is no such thing called loyalty in the mainstream hip hop. Like, that's why I try to tell all the young cats that's coming up now that want to do hip hop, like, build your own brand, build your own empire. Don't have to depend on a record company to sell your records and help you make money. You know what I mean? Put your money, use your own money, promote yourself, market yourself.
And as you already spoke about earlier, you know, you actually teamed up with the legendary Easy M.O.P for like your newest record titled "This Is My Life." I have to ask you, how did you get connected with Easy M.O.P, and of course, what is it like actually working alongside him?
Oh man, working with Mo B, man, it's a blessing, man. You know that's my big bro, man. So you know he's responsible for over 200 million records sold. So what greater producer is there to work with than somebody that done produced everybody? I mean, this guy produced Miles Davis' last solo album. Like,
Yeah, most definitely. You can't go wrong with Miles Davis.
I mean, he done produced everybody from Biggie to Tupac to Lost Boys to Big Daddy Kane. He just produced that new Wiz Khalifa song that came out on his last joint that went platinum. Mo B did that. Did that. So, you know, he got Mo. Mo's an incredible. He's a genius. He's an incredible producer, man. Like, and the brains. Yo, he got the brains, man. He got the brains, the ears. So you know, with him in my corner, man, I can't lose, man.
And also on August 10th you actually dropped the double album "This Is My Life." I have to ask you, man, where can our listeners actually buy or purchase themselves a copy? And of course, do you have hard copies available for them old school listeners?
Oh yeah, yeah. The album is out on vinyl. It can be bought in Best Buy. They go online. They go to Best Buy and get it. They can go to online to FYE stores. They can go online to Walmart stores and get it. All they got to do is go online. They can get it. Put in Big D Easy Mo B. This is my life. You'll see the album, and they can get it from any store they want to purchase it from. And if they want to get it digitally, they can go to either my website, which is bigd.bandcamp.com. That's if they want to get it digital, but on the website, hard copies are sold out. So if they want hard copies, they can get it. Like I said, Best Buy, Walmart, FYE, and if they overseas, they can get it from TupconRecords.com. And if, like I said, they want to get it digital, they can go to iTunes, Apple, Tidal, Spotify, Amazon, Google Music, anywhere they can get it.
And I'm going to be honest with you, man. I actually purchased my copy of your CD actually last month at Walmart, man. I think it was a couple days after we booked our interview. I was walking through the CD aisle because normally Walmart they don't really have hip hop, you know, well down my area they don't. And I saw your guys' record on the shelf, man. I was like, yo, and I snagged it up because like I'm gonna be honest with you, you don't see real hip hop like that at my Walmart at least.
Wow. And that's up there in Albany, right?
That is out here in our nearest Walmart is in Brockville, so it's about a city of like 25K people, man. So here in Canada, Brockville, Ontario.
Oh, y'all in Canada. Wow. That's dope. They got the album in the store there. Wow. That's big.
So yeah, I seen that and I was like, yoink, I'm gonna steal that because after all, you know, I booked you. I know what your record cover looks like. You know what I mean? So I was like, yo, I'm taking this right here, man.
Yes, sir, man. That's big, and I appreciate the support, man, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, brother.
And also, I also noticed as well, man, that you actually are working on a "This Is My Life" documentary. I have to ask you, can you tell our listeners a bit more about that? And what is the estimated release date for that project as well?
Oh man, we working on that right now. We were supposed to put that out with the double album, but the double album was so great. Like I had so many legendary artists, like such as Keith, Mortal Technique, Peter Guns, Grandmaster Caz, and the Cold Crush Brothers. Man, the list goes on. Roy Flush, Meet the Exotic from Main Sources on the double album. So you know, I try to continue it all into the documentary, and it's just basically a lot of my hip hop peers that's in there giving you my life. You know, talking about how they see me coming up back in the days, a lot of the wild shit I've done. You know, what I brought to hip hop, everything. Just gave you all aspects of my life.
And also, directly after this interview, I'm actually going to be playing one of your songs from This Is My Life record, and it's one of my absolute favorites, man. It's actually called Too Raw. I have to ask you, what's the inspiration behind that song? And you tell our listeners a bit more about that. That way, when I spin it, they'll be able to wrap their head around the concept of the track just a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, M.O.P, when he did that track, he called me one night and he was like, "Yo, I got something, and I hear you and M.O.P on this song." I'm like, he said, "Yo, I'm gonna send it to your email." So he sent it to me. I must be listening to maybe a minute and a half of the track, and I hit him back and I said, "I'm laying it down." So I got on the phone. I called Little Fame from M.O.P and I said, "Yo, bro, I need you on this song for me and Easy Mo B album." He said, "Yo, bro, whatever you need, I'm there." He came to the studio. I got my man Will Porter to jump on it because I wanted Billy Dance to get on it, but Billy Dance was busy, traveling, doing he was doing cartoon skits and all that for a new show that he got coming out. So unfortunately, Billy Dance couldn't be a part of it. So I grabbed Will Porter and Little Fame, and man, we went in the studio and we just did what we did, man, and it came out a classic masterpiece.
Oh man, most definitely. When I actually listen to that record, man, that's my go-to track, Too Raw. So I knew right down the middle. I was waiting for this interview so I can put it in the station's rotation. You know what I mean? And I hope the listeners enjoy it as well, man. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, if I keep listening to that one track on the record, bro, I might just wear it out. I might have to go back to Walmart and sing myself a second copy.
Now you know what's crazy? Everybody loving that record. Everybody like, because the world loves M.O.P. All the real hardcore underground hip hop fans, they love M.O.P. You know what I mean? So when they hear M.O.P on something, that record, when you listen to that record, it puts you in the mind frame of listening to an M.O.P record.
I most definitely agree, man. And after all, M.O.P is what I think they actually broke the record. I believe back in like 1999 for like the most stolen record out of a New York HMV. You know what I mean? Everybody was jacking their record.
Yeah, man. Those are legends, man. And they should be further than what they are right now. They should be bigger than what they are right now. They deserve to be bigger than what they are right now.
But I gotta ask you, Big D, what's next for you, man? Is there anything I happen to miss during this interview that you still want to promote here with our live audience?
Oh man, the album, the double album. This is my life, man. I want everybody, people that didn't get to go get it, I want them to go get that double album, man, because it's the truth. We got bangers on there such as Too Raw. We got a joint on there called Hardest Niggas. You know what I mean? We got a joint on there called True Story with me, Roy Flush, and Nick the Exotic from Main Source. We got New York Hardcore with me, Poison Pen, Immortal Technique, Play Sever, Good Time Slim. It got a lot of legends on the album, man. They got Frankenstein Mafia with me and Kool Keith, which is a classic club banger. I don't know if you really listened to that yet.
And so, Big D, this is the time in the interview before I wrap things up, man, that I give a chance for the individual that slides into the radio station airwaves. Just a chance to give shoutouts to whomever they want to give shoutouts to. And of course, your social media handles. That way, our listeners can follow you and also your journey within music if they're not already doing so.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm on Facebook, D Williams. I'm on Instagram at Big D _ CEO _ BGF Entertainment. I'm on Twitter, The Real Big D. I'm about to get my YouTube pages up and running. I got one on there. It's called Big D. You know what I mean? I'm about to start putting more content up there. And, we just focus, man. And my wife, she got her own chapstick line for men, called Lip Balm that we promoting right now, infused with liquor, you know what I mean, for the men. We pushing that right now. And, we just doing a lot of things, working on my son's clothing line, working working on me and M.O.P. new album, Feel My Pain, which is dropping October 31st. You know, man, after that, M.O.P. got a new album coming out on BGF Entertainment. I got an artist by the name of Hoffa with a new album coming out. My man Innocent Flow got an album coming out. I also got, I know a lot of people been loving this guy and been waiting for him to drop, but I got my man, the legendary Percy P, about to drop the album on BGF Entertainment also.
So most definitely sounds like, you guys are busy on your end, but most definitely making moves.
Oh yeah, man. You know, we out here. We got the clothing. If anybody want to get any Big D and Easy Mo-B hoodies, we sold out on the T-shirts right now, but we got Big D and Easy Mo-B hoodies available. They can go on my website, which is BGF-ENT-LLC.com, and we got different color hoodies, man. Go on there, support, you know what I mean? Show the love. You know what I mean? It's there, man.
And I gotta say, Big D, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy evening and coming on 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM. It truthfully was an honor and most definitely a privilege, and hope down the line we can make this happen again.
Oh, yes, sir, man. Anytime. Thanks for having me, man. You know what I mean? It's an honor.
Hey, man, you are most certainly welcome, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, in my personal opinion, you're a pioneer within hip hop, man. So, keep making them records, and I'm gonna keep buying them, and I'm gonna keep spinning them as well.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that, man. You know what I mean? I definitely appreciate that, man. It's a good look, man.
You are most certainly welcome, Big D. You are most certainly welcome, man. Have yourself a wonderful night, and most definitely try and stay safe out there.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, King.